it's Joy, and I'm back with my photo challenge for March video. So I will tell you what each picture is as it comes up, and then I'll talk a little bit about them at the end of the video. And I'll also let you know how my Lenten journey went. So, be back in a moment. Day 1, a monthly decoration. Day 2, something you did today. Day 3, a snack you had today. Day 4, your lunch. Day 5, something you use every day. Day 6, something you might buy one day. Day 7, something that inspires you. Day 8, a special moment. Day 9, something that makes you smile. Day 10, something you are drinking. Day 11, something that surprised you. Day 12, something you need to clean. Day 13, something that left you in awe. Day 14, eating your breakfast. Day 15, a project you want to finish. Day 16, something you are reading. Day 17, you wearing something green. Day 18, something you are grateful for. Day 19, food you fed your soul. Day 20, someone you love. Day 21, you in a comfortable position. Day 22, something new you tried. Day 23, you being silly. Day 24, an animal. Day 25, something you do for your brain. Day 26, something that made you feel appreciated. Day 27, a chore you accomplished today. Day 28, something you are proud of. Day 29, a project you completed today. Day 30, picture someone else took of you. Day 31, something you used for the first time. Okay, so that's the whole month. So I'm going to go back through and I'm going to talk a little bit about each picture, just to give you guys kind of like what it was about, or at least quite a few of them I'm going to talk about. So day 1's kind of explanatory. It's how I decorate my tree for March. Day 2, the item that I did that day was we went and ran errands. We went to Dollar Tree and grocery store, I believe, that day. And so that's what is in the back of my car there, was all the stuff I got. Day 3 is kind of self-explanatory. It's a snack. Day 4 is my breakfast, my lunch, which was grilled cream cheese and grilled cheese sandwiches. One had Havarta and provolone. The other one was just grilled cream cheese. It's something I got out of one of my books I'm reading. The next thing is something you use every day. I use that backpack every day. It carries all my stuff back and forth to the front room and to the bedroom, so I can do like my reading and stuff that I do. Day 6, something you might one day buy. I saw this book in the store. It's called All This Time. I seen that in Target when we were shopping in there, and I thought that looked cool. And that might have been where we went. It might have been Target and Hy-Vee that day. But anyway, I thought that looked like a cool book, so I might buy that one day. But right now I've got enough books. Something that inspires you. I've been working on holistic medicine a lot more lately, and these are the books I was working on at the time. I've actually moved on from them to Sleep Better and Self-Care books. So, well, the Self-Care was the one in there, but the Kindfulness I finished, and now I'm on Sleep Better, another Sleep Better. A special moment. Obviously, this one doesn't need much explanation, but I will go ahead and say my mom had gotten her second vaccine that day. And so it was a kind of a special moment. Moving on. The next one is something that makes you smile. I decorated this little candle-like holder that I got from Dollar Tree. I got it for 50 cents. And so what I did is I took 2 of my Julie and the Phantom stickers and put them on it, and then put my little rose candle in it, and it just kind of makes me smile. Okay. Day 10 is something you're drinking. That happens to be the Clearly Canadian sparkling water. It's one of my favorite sparkling waters. It's actually the only sparkling water I do drink. I don't do it very often, but when I do, I really like it. I go through spurts where I really like it and periods where I won't drink it. So, let's see. Something that surprised you. Okay, that little shamrock, my neighbor has been every month making me an ornament for my tree since I'm decorating it and leaving it up. And that was the ornament she gave me this time, and it surprised me because I didn't know I was going to get it that day. Something you need to clean. I have a lot of places I could have took the picture of, but I had my card table up and I needed to get it cleaned because we were probably going to have my sister over within a couple days, so I needed to get it clean. Something that left you in awe is the next day, and I don't know if you can see it real well in this, but when I looked out that day, it was just, I glanced out the window and it was something I hadn't seen in a year. But what had happened is our tree was starting to bud, and it was so, I was just in awe that there were signs of spring finally coming, and so that left me in awe. So all those little red buds on that tree, not the big red one, but like all the little red ones is what I was trying to show. Eating your breakfast, that's kind of explanatory. I think I had like an egg and cheese sandwich there on like cinnamon bread, not raisin bread because I hate raisins. Fun fact, I hate raisins. Okay, a project you want to finish. I wanted to finish mailing out my St. Patrick's Day cards, even though I knew they would arrive a day late for most of them, and they did, but still, I wanted to mail them off. Something you're reading. We finished that book. We've also finished, I think, a couple more since then. We're on the last two books of the series that are out. And I am getting very frustrated with that series because the author does not know what she does to her characters. We have in book 2, she has a strawberry allergy. And then by book 3 or 4, she no longer has the strawberry allergy. Okay. That's not bad enough. There's a murder in one of the books, but the person's alive in the 2 books previously, but they're supposedly taking place before that, or after that book. They're taking place after that book had taken place. Very confusing, but it makes sense if you read the series and you know what I'm talking about. She has 2 characters that she can't remember what she names the twin brothers. Sometimes they're Ron and Don, and sometimes they're Ron and Stan, I think. I don't know, but like totally keeps changing the names on them. Yeah. And then we have just little things like that. Then it was just a lot of little things. And the last book we read was completely confusing where it fit into the series, because it sounded like it was supposed to take place before the first book, but then like there's things there that didn't work. Then it should have been before book 9, but that didn't work because this should have been before book 3, and this should have been book 5, and it was just crazy. So that series is kind of frustrating after you get past, I think it's like the last 5 books it starts getting a lot of that. There's little things in the first few, but toward the last 4 or 5 books it does that a lot. Then wearing green, I have my little shamrock pen on. It's a 3-leaf clover. Something you're grateful for. Now, that's my bandaged toe. If you don't know, I kicked a fan about a month ago, and I broke off a toenail down into like a J shape, and it kind of bled under it, and it hurt, and I could not cut the toenail myself, so I kept bandaging it for like 3 weeks. And then my mom had her foot doctor, and while we were in there, I said, can I have you look at something on my foot? Can I have you, can I tell you about something on mine? And she's like, yeah. And so I showed it to her, and she goes, I'll fix it up. As soon as we get done with Mom, I'll fix it. And then she didn't charge me for it, but she did fix it, and then she wants to check it. She put some antibiotic ointment, put a Band-Aid on it, gave me an extra Band-Aid to change it, and then wants to check it when Mom has her next appointment just to make sure it healed okay. So I was very grateful for the doctor who done that. Food that you fed your soul. I did the rosary that day, and that's kind of how I feed my soul to, make me feel a little more connected to my faith and to my God, and and to pray for the people I love and all that. Obviously, you all know the person I love the most is my mama. She is my best friend. She is my the partner in everything I do. She's like just always there for me and everything. So of course, if I'm going to take a picture of someone I love, it's almost always going to be Mom, because my sister doesn't like me to post pictures of her too much, and then other than that, there's most of the other people I haven't been around this year. So Mama's going to definitely be probably the only person I take pictures of that I love. And then a comfortable position. It was right here in bed. I was propped up against my pillow, and it was pretty comfortable that night. So, something new you tried. I tried churro waffles. I didn't like them. Mom liked them. I didn't like them. I don't know if it was just that recipe or what. You being silly. That's kind of obvious. I had my donut pin up in front of my face and making a funny face just for fun. That's me every day. An animal, that's my sister's, one cat. Let's see, that must be Buttercup, I think. Yeah, I think it was Buttercup. That's my niece cat. I like my niece cats, but don't tell them I like them. And then something you do for your brain. Every night I play a game on my Kindle. This is my second Kindle I've ever had because my first one died. And on it I play a game called, it's like a logic puzzle. And it's very good for the brain. I also do solitaire every day, or try to do it every day. I do it a couple times a week at least. And I use that to keep my brain active. And then something that made you feel appreciated. We've been giving out those care boxes. And one of our care boxes showed up on the bricks outside our home. And when we come home from picking up stuff for the boxes we were doing for this month that was there, and I got this in, and it was some homemade trail, like caramel snack munch mix or something like that, from one of our neighbors with a thank you for giving them a gift back at Christmas. It was in the bucket we had given them. So reuse, recycle, reduce kind of thing. So a chore you got done. Obviously, I did my laundry that day. And then something you're proud of, my blog. I am very proud of my blog. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. I try to post once a week. Now, I wasn't at first, but my goal is to post once a week on there. So go check that out. There's some really good ones. The Song of the Heart was something that was kind of like things. I was writing down things that would kind of make into song. I wanted to make into song lyrics for something, and then I'm like, no, it kind of fits like a blog. So I'll throw it in there as a blog. This week's I just posted today, which is Sunday, and you'll get to see this video on Monday, probably late Monday sometime. Was about my Lenten journey, which I'm going to talk a little bit about. But if you want to hear it in my written word, you'll want to check out the blog post. A project you completed today would be that I changed up my window for April, and it now says Some Bunny Cares, and it's supposed to be an umbrella in the middle right above the bunny, but I didn't make it look right, and I don't know how to fix it, so I'm leaving it. And then the blue hearts are supposed to be the raindrops, and then there's the basket with the eggs and the bunny with the carrot. My mom loves that bunny. She thinks that bunny's cute. Picture somebody else took of you. We went to a different Dollar Tree because I left the Dollar Tree very upset the one day, and when I went back to try to get my stuff, they had already started putting it away or something. So my sister decided we were going to go to a different Dollar Tree, and we went there. And you'll get to see the Dollar Tree haul later this month. You're going to get to see that Dollar Tree haul much later this month. I'm sorry. I've got enough content. I could add the third day in, but I wanted to kind of keep the 2 days and make the blog my third day for the week. At least till I get a little more, keep going where I don't miss a day. You know, I don't miss my videoing uploads for a year or two. And then I might add in that third day again. But for right now, we're going to stick to, except for during December, I will try to do at least 5 days a week during December. But anyway, so we went to a different Dollar Tree, and I was picking up flowers, and my sister gets a kick out of this, I think, and so does my mom. I always go in and I say, I'm not going to buy flowers this time. I am not wanting flowers. I don't need flowers. I got plenty of flowers. And everybody's like, sure. I'm like, no, I mean it. I really am not. If you see me picking up flowers, stop me. Walk in, they have beautiful new flowers that I have nothing like them. And it's like, oh, I got this project for that one. Oh, I got that project for that one. Oh, I got to pick them. And I'm buying bunches. And this, what you see in this picture, isn't even half of what I ended up buying. You'll see in the Dollar Tree haul. Well, you may not see. I think I just kind of held them all up. I don't know. No, I did show them. So, yeah, you'll get to see them. And you'll get to also see this glass. I bought that during that Dollar Tree haul. I bought 4 of them, and I washed and used that one that day for the first time. So that was that post. Okay, so that was my March, what happened with it. If you have questions, or if you have suggestions for things I should take pictures of for this next month and the month after or whatever, let me know if you have ideas, because I am like trying to do these off the cuff, and like last month I was trying to like just whatever I wanted. And that's part of why this month I haven't started posting the first 4 pictures yet, because I haven't really gotten too many pictures. So they may be all taken in the same day or whatever, but I do have a couple pictures ready to post. I'll probably post those tonight. But anyway, so my Lenten journey was to give up Julie and the Phantoms, and I did that, and I cannot watch it for another 2 hours and 40 minutes. I'm counting down the last hours. I do talk about my blog post a lot, but I'm going to kind of touch on it. It was very hard at the beginning. I almost broke my fast of the show real quick, and it continued on, and like around week 3, about halfway point, I started going, I made it this far, I can do it. There were days when I was like, yeah, I wanted to watch my show. I'd see it on Netflix when I'd go in to watch something else, and it's like, but I want to watch my show. And then I'd be like, nope, you gotta keep going. And then this week, it just suddenly became completely easier. Then again, I've gotten a new addiction again. It's actually an old addiction, but it's a new addiction because I'm back at it. I don't know. Anyway, I got back into my listening to One Direction, and I ended up buying the 3 CDs of their music that I didn't have, and I've been listening to them and probably driving Mom nuts because I keep taking off so I can go listen to it because I'm just really addicted to the music right now. And then I've been reading some fan fiction about them and stuff like that just because it keeps my mind from going crazy right now. And then I'm writing a little bit of fan fiction myself. So yeah, I'm doing some more fan fiction again. I don't know. But I kind of dropped the Julie and the Phantoms fan fiction during Lent because I couldn't watch the show, so I couldn't keep the characters rolling in my head. So I took a break from that until after tonight, and then probably sometime this week I'll pick that back up too. So I'll be working on both fanfics, going back and forth. Actually 3, maybe even 4. I think I have 2 started for Julie and the Phantoms, and I have 2 started for One Direction. So I'll probably be working on all 4. Those are ones I don't plan to post. But I do have fanfiction out there on fanfiction.net under Joyful IB. If you can figure out how I actually spelled that, go check it out. I have stories for Mighty Ducks, Harry Potter, Twilight, Divergent, Seventh Heaven, another Harry Potter, yeah, that's it. Those are the categories because I have 2 Mighty Ducks because they go together. If you read the one, you really should read the other one because it's like the newspaper articles that go with it. And then the Harry Potter, it's part 1 and part 2 of this thing, but I never finished part 2 because I kind of got told I write like a 12-year-old girl when I was 30-something. I did not like that. But if you watch my channel, you kind of know why I write the way that this person didn't want me to write. You know, I think what the whole thing was that they thought I was writing like a child because of the fact that I never write sex into the story. And I made my characters kind of clean-cut kids. And it's like, I get that that's not the case. In some of my stories, I take and change that up. But in that case, I kind of felt that fit the family that I was writing about. And I felt that it would, it was where it should go. Unfortunately, because of that comment, I took 5 years off before I wrote anything again. Because it happened back in my early 30s. I took about 5 years off. And because I needed to regroup and figure out how I wanted to move forward, and I just couldn't work on my fan fiction at the time, and so I took a break, and then I finally finished the Mighty Ducks story, and I couldn't finish any of the other ones. I just had lost interest. I probably should delete them if they're not finished, but a part of me doesn't want to lose those because I did lose a lot. Another part of the reason that a couple of those never got finished is the work I had done for them that I didn't post was on a jump drive. I lost a little flash drive, a little thumb drive, whatever you want to call it, USB port drive. I had been on that, and that crashed, and I lost a lot of my writing at that time. A lot of original writing, a lot of fan fiction writing, everything. I don't double save. It's like if I lose it, I lose it. But it is hurtful, and there's times, and sometimes I do have parts of it saved other places. I do find that, and because a lot of my fan fiction I send to my one friend that's an online friend so he can read it. So a lot of times I can go into our the emails back and forth, and sometimes he saves them, and so then he'll send them back to me when I lose stuff. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys have suggestions for the video, what pictures to take, leave them down below or email them to me, because I need some help picking out some ideas for pictures as we get further along. I hope you have a good day, and I hope this is as beautiful and wonderful as you are, and we will catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.